Sig Zeon. Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpla Review. Today we're gonna be looking at more Zeon kits. Obviously these guys are the famous Doms from Principality of Zeon. So, I got 3 kits here, 2 of them from High Grade Universal Century and 1 from Gundam The Origins. So let's go ahead and take a look at the High Grade Gundam The Origin prototype Dom. So basically you can see this version of the Dom is a little bit different from the other non-prototypes. Well, the prototype looks like they went with the more goof or Zaku like chest. So it's got like a smaller chest compared to the mass-produced Doms. So yeah, I guess basically they just reuse parts from Zaku or Goof to make the suit. But you know what? I like the proportions. It's also got the Zaku style arms. So yeah, come with this very nice beam bazooka, which is very similar to the High Grade Universal Century one. In fact, I can bet you they're pretty much exactly the same. No, this one's got a little bit more detail. You can see that they are slightly different. Yeah, it's actually not the same one, but it's actually very, very close. If you can see that, it's not the same. It's a different mode, but it's very close. But anyway, yeah, I got the, this is a beam bazooka, by the way. And yeah, I definitely like the proportion of the Dom prototype better. Really like the way, they reimagined this thing. The prototype Dom. I think it's MSV, so mobile suit variation, so it's not official or maybe non-canon. But yeah, this is a really fun kit to put together, and it's a really cool kit. Okay, anyway, obviously we have superb articulation, and so yeah, it's got everything you would love to expect from an Origins kit. Got the foot that can swing out, got the ball joint right there, double jointed knee, obviously. Lift up the front skirt, they're individually separated. Got the thigh cut, connection point here for the ball action base. Side skirt can also move. We got the waist articulation here. This time the power cable is attached to the backpack. Yeah, this is a Dom with a power cable, and that's actually very interesting. You can see the face is kind of like a mixture between like a Goof and a Dom. It doesn't look very Zaku-ish. It really does remind me of a Goof. So yeah, Doms don't have power cables, or the mass-produced ones don't really have power cables. I can see some power cable peeping out through that one. So yeah, maybe the power cables on the head is a lot more well hidden. Yeah, this one has power cable on the waist, so that's definitely interesting. Got a very interesting point of articulation right here. So the chest can do a very unique style ab crunch like that. You can see the separation right there. So that's definitely interesting. We got the swing out polycap, and just like the Origin Zaku, the chest can flex, the butterfly movement. Ball joint here for the shoulders. This armor can hinge up. Armor can go perpendicular. Yeah, the articulation is superb. Everything that you would expect from a Zaku, this guy can do. Probably even better with that extra point of articulation right there. It's got some really nice decals. Although these dry transfers don't usually last very long. So yeah, I would recommend top coating it or something. So there we go. There is the prototype Dom from Origins. And this is definitely a nice kit. I would definitely recommend this one, especially if you're not into the weird proportion of the Universal Century Doms. I know a lot of people like the Seed Dom Trooper because they think the proportions are better. So yeah, it all depends on your taste. But this is definitely a nice kit, regardless of proportion or not. And I think the mono eye can be adjusted. Actually, no, the mono eye. Interesting. Let's see how do you adjust the mono eye on this kit. Okay, so basically you have to remove the cover and then just adjust the mono eye. with your fingers. It's actually not as easy as you would expect, but it's doable if you want to do it. So there we have it, the Dom prototype from High Grade Origins, Gundam the Origins. Next we're gonna look at the Dom Rick Dom. So basically this version here is the I think this is the Rick Dom. Rick Dom is the space version. They don't call it Dom space type, they just call it Rick Dom. And why did they choose the word Rick? I don't know. But there we go. There's a Rick Dom. Yeah, so basically, actually this might be the Dom. This is these might not be space thrusters. Oh, who knows? I forgot. I built this a while ago. So you can build two versions. Basically what you do is you swap out the parts for the feet and the backpack to make a ground type or the space type. And yeah, you just give it different equipment. For the ground type, it uses the bazooka. So I'm guessing this is the ground type I built. I totally forgot. But anyway, it's been sitting around for a while. So I don't really remember. I had to pull all three of these off my friend's shelf. Because he actually has a display with all my Zeon kits in his man cave. So anyway, so I guess this is a ground type. Anyway, so with the ground type, it uses the regular bazooka, the hyper bazooka. And for the space type, it uses the beam bazooka. So you have a few options. And the changes are subtle. Like I said, you know, you change the plate on the feet, and then you change the backpack. It does have the connection point there on the backpack for the heat rod. This is a very nice weapon. It's basically like Zeon's version of a beam saber, except it's a heat saber. This thing heats up and kind of act like a beam saber, cuts through stuff like, you know, hot knife through butter. And what's really cool about the Dom Rick Dom is that how easy it is to articulate the monoi. You just open this up and then you put your finger there. It's easier to do on the Dom. And you can see there's actually power cables on the inside the faceplate, so that's where they hide the power cables. Yeah, this is a very nice kit, to be honest with you, even though it's like kind of very old. I think it's like 2003 or something like that. But yeah, it's a fun kit to build. It's very solid, except for maybe the hand. Yeah, this thing like to split apart, but it's overall very solid kit, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, like I said, that hand kind of suck. But aside from that, everything else is pretty solid. Okay, well, since it's a Dom, the articulation is very limited, and it's old, so it's got the ball joint to the hips. So don't expect too much, you know, single bend at the elbow, hinge for the feet. Yeah, but that's not really going to be very useful. The front skirt can move, but it's not going anywhere. Barely any articulation for the waist. A little bit up and down for the chest. Ooh, it does have a little bit of ab crunch, but not a lot. Ooh, surprisingly swing out shoulders, butterfly joint for the shoulders. Shoulder armor is sandwiched between the shoulder and the chest. Arm can go perpendicular, that's not bad. Bicep swivel, single bend at the elbow, ball joint for the hand. And the head can articulate, so that's good. Can even go up and down, so definitely nice. Also the thrusters can be articulated on the backpack, so that's cool. Yeah, I really like this kit. This is definitely something you want to consider. Get 3 of them, and then you can have the black TriStar. I think they're a different color, I guess. But either way, they're still really cool. And yeah, I don't know. Like the episode, the trailer for Doozy Bots has ruined Doms for me. Every time when I think of Dom, I never take them seriously because the way they look. You know, they just look very goofy. Like a kind of silly. And after watching that, you know, the Dom become even more silly to me. But it's a nice suit. And last but not least, we have the High Grade Universal Century Dom Tropen. Once again, this is an older kit, so it's got older articulation. Believe it or not, the Dom Tropen actually predate the Dom Rick Dom. So this is like the first version of the Dom that we got from High Grade Universal Century. And you can see this kit is very, very dated. And yeah, I got this kit secondhand, so it's a little bit loose. It's been sitting around collecting dust for years. So yeah, you can. That's not even 90 degrees, not even 45 degrees bend for the knee, and the feet is just a straight ball joint. We got this inlets here because this Dom Tropen is designed to work in the desert. So this thing suck in the sand or filter out the sand and stuff like that. We've got magazines attachment to the front skirt. Front skirt can move, but it's kind of pointless. The back skirt is pretty much fixed. I did make a custom for this kit. I added this extra sword part because I couldn't. The original owner couldn't find the heat rod or the heat saber. So yeah, so I made a katana to go with it, like a heat katana and stuff like that. Yeah, and being an older kit, we have the trigger finger, the separate trigger finger on this kit. And you can see they went with the old style machine gun where you can still remove the magazine. Yeah, they got rid of that design very quickly because people are losing the magazines all the time. You either have to, I guess, like put some glue on the magazines so it will stay in, or yeah, you have to do some mod. Anyway, you can't adjust the mono. This thing is a sticker right there, but the head can move. I mean, this kit is really not much to talk about. You know, there's no butterfly action right there for the shoulder. The shoulder can almost, it can't even go perpendicular. So single bend, ball joint, waist articulation right there. Almost no waist articulation. And yeah, it's they actually re-released this kit as a unicorn version, but it's a premium Bandai, and that totally makes sense because, you know, unless you're really serious about the Dom Tropen, you wouldn't be paying extra money for a premium Bandai version of this kit. It's super, super outdated. Yeah, look at that. That is just frustrating. But anyway, I like the look of the Dom Tropen, but I don't like this version. I wish there's a revive version somehow. You know, Dom isn't very popular in North America. I guess because people just think they look very silly. I guess I used to not like Doms, but you know, after building a few, I actually kind of like it. My favorite version of the Dom is the prototype, or the newer version, the Drayson, and that's a very nice suit. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the Doms. Basically, they're the successor to the Zaku's, and then before you know, Zeon switched over to the HGUC, the Dom were very popular. Even Ace Pilot like Char have his own Dom. So that is pretty much it for this re-review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Sig Zeon.